Hey guys, Twin here, and today I'm going to be telling you about the first time I went to a party. And disclaimer, I'm not condoning underage drinking. I don't want to hear mommy and daddy calling me and go, "Oh, the kids in the underage drinking and the pudding pops all influence." So me and my buddy Jake, we're about 15, and we are best friends with this guy named John. We called him the One-Eyed Wonder Mexican, because, well, like his nickname implies, he had one eye. He wasn't even sure if he was Mexican. He was a doorstep baby. I always figured he looked more Indian. Anyways, John invites us to a party. He's also the only one in this story who's legally of age to drink. I don't want you guys to be expecting some kind of super bad story where brotherhood and bonding clash and we meet the girl and everything just turns out awesome. None of that happened. So my buddy Jake lived in an apartment, and this party was walking distance from where he lived. So of course we just walked to the party. So one of the first things we do when we get there is plan our escape in case something happens. So we go in the backyard, and they just have like a wall of bushes. That is, like those really tall bushes that you can't climb over. But even if you could get past these bushes, they had like a big ass fence. I don't even know whose house we were at now that I think about it. So since we couldn't get out the backyard, we decided if something happens, we'll just book it. We'll talk more about that later. I thought that was a bad idea, which it was, but lucky for us, it kind of worked out. So if you can imagine white, skinny, like 130-pound me when I'm, wet at this party, I'm just awkward as fuck. I'm still really awkward, and like at parties, I'm terrible at parties. I'm about as introverted as you can get. And because of that, I'm just hanging out by the fridge the whole damn time with my buddy Jake and John. Everybody's dancing, having a good time. Seriously, if you guys saw me dance, it is like those wacky waveable arm inflatable tube men. It just looks like I'm having a seizure or some shit. You would probably just call the cops. And the last time I had danced, and probably the last time I will ever dance, I was at a bar called Tempers, and I danced so poorly, they thought I was drunk. I only had half a beer, not even buzzed. They cut me off, and of course, I think I drove away business for the bar. The ladies were not having any of that. So I'm just chilling out by the fridge the whole time, and inevitably a fight breaks out. I don't understand why this happens so much at parties. I don't know why, like as men, why we like something like alcohol just breaks us down to our basic, most bare bone instincts, and we just turn into like these animals where we're like, oh my dick's bigger. No, my dick's bigger than your dick. No, sir, my dick is the biggest. And they're just slapping, this meat slapping on the table. If you're a chick listening to this, I am sorry. Like, my heart sincerely goes out to you guys a little bit, because I understand when you're in a bar, these kind of scenarios that happen to you all the time, where guys just go up to you, and then it starts with one guy, and he's talking to you, and then the male sees it off in the distance, and he's like, oh, it's like bar is just like a fucking watering hole for humans. So his instincts kick in, and he's like, oh, he's got to go up to you and talk to, and they're both discussing, like, work and shit. Like, oh, I'm an architect. Oh, I do this. Well, I make more money. That's just them whipping their dicks out on the table, discussing who has a better job, and meanwhile, the girl's just like, oh, okay. And she's just in the middle. She's like, I don't give a fuck what you do. Just keep giving me these free drinks, guys. Ooh. So, as men, we proceed. We're drunk, we're not thinking straight, we proceed to give you these free drinks, so you get something out of it, and we gotta get this, she's still coherent, I gotta get her dumb enough to where I can actually fuck her, because let's not beat around the bush, that is why men buy you free drinks when you're at the bar. We're trying to get you dumbed up, so we can get in your pants. Alright, I gotta quit getting sidetracked here. So, this fight does break out. I'm not even entirely sure it was a fight, I'm almost positive it was a fight. So, somebody calls the cops. We get tipped off, so everybody's just like a sea of children, like a miasma of kids is just leaving this house all at once. So my buddy Jake, probably not the most street smart kind of guy, he just starts booking it. I'm like, dude, shouldn't we walk away from the party? Because think about it, if you're a cop and you see a bunch of kids running from the general direction of a party you are going to, you're probably just gonna assume, oh, those kids are from the fucking party. But I'll forgive him, he was drunk, he was not thinking clearly. So we make it a little over halfway to his house. We arrive in this field, it's just like this big clearing, and he's still running. Then I noticed these blinking lights heading straight for us. I remember thinking, oh shit, we're burnt, this is it. So this was back when police officers worked in pairs. So two of them get out of their car, they stop us, there's a male and a female officer. I can't remember exactly what they said because it was so long ago. I just remember the events. So the male officer knew Jake somehow, maybe from like ROTC or something, and they were talking a little bit, and they were talking about like, oh, did you guys just come from that party? Oh no, we're just, we're just out here. And they're like, why you running? Oh, just to get in shape. We like to exercise. Like these really poor excuses. I'm sure they could smell the alcohol on our breath. So we end up having to give them our ID. Jake drops his ID, and I'm like, oh, keep it cool, man. Oh, hey, Jake, you dropped your ID, man. He's like, oh, thank you. So he goes over to pick it up, and it's like right next to the male officer. It was so obvious that that we were completely drunk. I should mention that when he went to go pick up his ID, on his way coming back up, he almost hit the male officer in the crotch with the back of his head. Like, thinking about it now, it's pretty freaking funny to me, but back then, when it was actually happening, I was so nervous. So they're asking us a few more questions. I can't remember what they were. But the one thing I do remember, they were like, so, are you guys gonna head straight home? And we're like, yeah, that's where we're going. We're just, just finishing up our jog. And they're like, all right, so we're not gonna see you downtown or anything like that? This is it? This is the last time we're gonna see you boys tonight? And we're like, yeah. We're like, all right. They gave us back our ID. They let us go. So once that was over with, we just go right back to his apartment. And once we're at his apartment, my buddy Jake, this is why I'm telling you guys, he's not street smart at all. He's like, oh man, I can't believe we just tricked those officers. I'm like looking at him, dude, what? He's like, yeah, man, like I can't believe they fell for it. They thought we were really going for a jog. I'm like, Jake, dude, they told us to come straight home, and if they saw us anywhere else, wait, what? Are you serious right now, man? And I kid you not, guys, to this day, he still thinks he tricked those officers. I'm just really thankful that they were cool about it, and they let us go, because who knows what that could have turned into, like maybe juvie time, or getting like a MUI or something, a minor under the influence. And that's it, you guys. That's my first party story. It's nothing... It's no epic tale. It's just a story of these two incredibly innocent little boys that are too innocent. The cops are like, oh fuck, we can't do anything to these guys. Look, this one thinks we're gonna believe they're fucking jogging. We can smell the Jack Dangles on your breath, son. If you guys like this story, or if you want to hear any more life stories, drop a like. That will let me know you guys are interested. I have a lot of them. Anyways, you guys have an awesome day. I'll see you next time. Bye.